If you're struggling to lose belly fat, don't give up. There's 3 phases you have to go through to get rid of that belly fat for good. Phase 1, the first 30 days. This is the phase where you're most likely to quit. Why? Because before your body starts to burn the fat you see over your stomach, it will begin burning intra-abdominal fat preferentially. It's the fat that leads to metabolic syndrome and diabetes. As you begin to lose belly fat, your belly will be getting smaller from the inside out at first. The reason I say you may quit is because you'll get discouraged because you'll see that abdominal fat on the outside, not realizing that you are losing belly fat, but it's that dangerous fat that's surrounding your internal organs. So this is a good thing. Now that you understand that, let's talk about the gut microbiome and digestion. The top 3 things to avoid for a healthy gut. Processed foods are harmful to the gut microbiome. You can do a deeper dive if you like to, but it's obvious that processed foods are not part of a good diet. Refined sugar will destroy your insulin sensitivity because continuous elevated insulin levels will lead to more fat deposit. You may not like this one, but alcohol will destroy your calorie deficit because if you go out drinking to happy hour, if you go out to dinner for drinks, as soon as you have that alcohol, it's going to lower your inhibition. You're going to want to eat a snack. You're going to want to eat an appetizer. You get the idea. I'm not saying don't drink. I'm just saying it's going to destroy your calorie deficit. Should you take probiotics? There's not enough studies to prove them beneficial at this point. Save your money. But fiber will work to reduce belly fat. The first most obvious is it'll give you a more robust bowel movement to clear stool and residual fat that's sitting in your intestines. As long as that fat is sitting in your body, it has an opportunity to be redistributed to fat storage. So the cleaner you can keep your intestinal tract, the better it'll be for your fat loss. Foods to increase fiber intake. Vegetables. A lot of people don't eat any vegetables at all. So what I'll say about vegetables is find vegetables you like and eat those. Don't start splitting hairs and worried about if broccoli is better than spinach. Just eat what you can get down. That is a great first step right there. Fruits, berries, and citrus have great fiber content, but apples have been known to have a very good fiber content as well. Lentils, by themselves, they're potent, but where you have to be careful is adding them to white rice especially, only because it's going to give you a higher carb load and it's going to increase your calories. So you want to eat lentils, throw them in a salad or eat them by themselves in a soup, and they'll work their magic because they have a super high fiber content. Oatmeal. I like steel cut oatmeal, but of course the instant oatmeal works just as well. And it will not give you a tremendous amount of gas as the fiber content is good, but it's not overwhelming. Whole grain bread, 100% whole wheat, no added high fructose corn syrup, and sauerkraut and kimchi. I personally don't like kimchi. I like sauerkraut. Stick to the sauerkraut in the refrigerated section as it's more potent. Of course, this is not an exhaustive list. You could do a little bit more research and find different things that you like to eat that have higher fiber content. I'm just trying to give you the basics, the fundamentals. You want to include more fiber to clean out your digestive tract. And of course, you want to eat 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight because it takes the body more energy to digest a gram of protein as compared to fats and carbohydrates. And you want to preserve your muscle while you're trying to reduce your belly fat. Stay away from added fats at this point. They're not your friend. Let your fats come from your whole food sources, such as eggs, meat, and fish. At this point, if you make these changes, you're going to create a caloric deficit naturally. But if you want to be precise, use a tracker. I recommend if you weigh over 200 pounds to start your calories per day at 2,500. If you weigh less than 200 pounds, start your calories per day at 2,000. Why these numbers? Listen, if you have serious belly fat, you've been eating way more than these recommended calorie starts. Because if you weren't, you wouldn't have this belly. So this starting point is going to already be a deficit for you and you will start to see changes. What about exercise? Don't change anything. Day 1 through 30, I want you to be super focused on your nutrition. Get that right, and the other 2 phases will take care of themselves. Phase 2, day 30 to 60. You want to measure the circumference of your belly so that you can remeasure at day 60 and at day 90. If you're losing weight, don't cut calories. If you stop losing weight, don't cut calories. What you need is more daily activity. For reference, 1 mile is approximately 2,000 steps. 5 miles is approximately 10,000 steps. On average, a 150-pound person will burn about 100 calories per mile. That's at a steady pace of 2.5 on a treadmill. Obviously, the more you weigh and the faster you walk, the more you're going to burn. On day 60, your belly should be visibly reduced. Phase 3, day 60 to 90. You've been following the nutrition and the daily activity. Good news, you may be able to see an outline of your abs at this point. This can be super motivating. So now that you're leaner, it's time to work your abs. Keep it simple. Floor reverse crunches and crunches. That's all you need. 2 sets of 25 of each movement on the days that you exercise, and you will begin to build your abdominals. Don't make it complicated at this point. So now what I want you to do is you can continue beyond day 90 until you are satisfied with how your midsection looks. Power tip. If you're impatient and you still want to speed up your fat loss, take your body weight and multiply by 10. For example, you weigh 200 pounds, multiply that by 10. That's going to give you 2,000 calories per day. But don't stay at this lower calorie rate for more than 30 days. After 30 days, it would be to your benefit to add back 300 to 500 calories so that you can give yourself a diet break. Why this is important? Because it will help to reset your hunger hormones. After you've done that for a couple of weeks, then you can go back to your multiplier of 10 and you can begin the process again. Now watch the fat burning zone explained. And as always, thanks so much for watching.